Okay, so check it out. Wack 100 speaks on Little Durk and Bricc Baby implicating himself in the situation when he didn't have to. What?
Let's get to the content.
It's Ray Give TV.
That didn't have anything to do with Durk. I'm gonna go out on a limb, assume you probably heard something similar. We heard it was something related to somebody getting ripped off or some
bad
work.
weed deal.
Bingo, yeah.
Somebody reached over
Quando to kill Pab, which made us think, okay, they didn't want to kill Quando. But now this narrative is interesting because it would seem like if OTF was administrating this, they would want both of them gone. For obvious reasons.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. As a 47-year-old guy, we attempted to mimic the ways of the mafia, right? And even within the mafia, one guy bring the whole thing. But at least guys was like, as kids growing up in the thick of things, doing time in and out, becoming hardened criminals. So if they had to face some time, they can deal with it. And in those days, and even our days, if you was up under that light, you had to remember, if you tell, something might happen with your family members, loved ones. Today, these so-called rat informant, whatever you want to call them, they get a boost. They get a applaud. People want to talk to them. They become somebody they couldn't even become when they was keeping it real. Now, when I'm looking at this situation, they said the flights and the rental cars were booked with an OTF credit card.
Which kind of reminds you of the Young Thug RICO, in which various shootings were done that were apparently paid for off of the YSL credit cards, right?
I'm gonna assume that these young men were flew out here, A, to do a show, B, to go in the studio with somebody and, you know, do some work, or C, maybe do a video, photo shoot, or even some marketing, some podcasting, radio. This is why the flights and rental cars were booked from an OTF credit card. I'm gonna assume that one or two of these guys were maybe the artists, one or two of these guys were maybe the roadies, and one of these guys was maybe security.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that that's terribly realistic for people of their level, as far as what I know.
The reason why I'm saying I'm assuming
it's best case
because
scenario.
I really don't know the actual people that's been arrested. I know it's
they're not exactly like the people associated with OTF that are out here making large amounts of money for their talents.
No, they don't, because they don't have to be making large amounts of money. When you're growing an artist, right? And, you know, they say, hey, you know, we in studio or such and such out there, come out here, let's get it in. Or maybe they got a video, a song with somebody, yo, we in LA, let's shoot it in LA. We fuck with the dudes from over here, over here. I'm just kind of like brainstorming, because Lil Durk and his company, his organization, an organization I'm speaking of, his record label.
OTF, yeah.
Right? Durk's not stupid, and he's not a dummy. So I can't see Little Durk or his team orchestrating something like this and giving ties with his company card. So I'm saying the Little Durk I know sent his artists and their little team out here to do some other work. Now, maybe they had some personal stuff going on or what. I don't know. I did read that one of the dudes allegedly said they participated or did the hit for a record deal.
If that is an actual statement, which again, we're in the very early days because this only came out like 2 hours ago, but if that's an actual statement that he made, holy shit, that's not good.
So, and I didn't hear this out of the Fed's mouth. I haven't read this, but I see on the internet somewhere that's what one of the alleged shooters has said, right? But then again, even with that, right? Who's to say that record deal's not tied somewhere else? I just hope, for our culture's sake, that this thing, as Young Thug's thing, gets better for him as it's doing.
Seems like it's going in that direction.
Going in a good direction. We're not in a situation where we got another one at risk.
Right.
You know what I mean? But nevertheless, people have to learn from this. I hate to say it. A lot of the street dudes gonna hate me for it. Hey, bro, you hustle on the block to get off the block. You cannot take the block with you. You cannot name your company or your corporation after your block or your set. You cannot tie things to that, because now they're saying you guys are smart enough to have corporations, right? And then you think you're camouflaging and hiding under behind them. But now we're saying your corporations are criminal empires. Yes, you got legal contracts, but then you're using the legal money to have illegal things done. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta get a little smarter. It's gonna get a little darker. A lot of doors gonna close, a lot of situations. This is why I commend you all the time, because you gave an open door to a lot of people who would have never had access, right, to becoming something on the podcast platform. This is real. It's just like, Adam, you like, hey, I'm closing my doors and I'm going to Hollywood Tech to get everybody that comes in my building. Now, all the people that's out here that may have some talent that may need to be developed, because believe it or not, you've done exactly what a major label has done. You've developed a lot of talent, right? Even within myself, right? Earlier pods, you couldn't stop me from talking over you. No, this is real.
You have grown quite a bit, yeah.
No, this is real, right? And I'm giving you your flowers. A lot of people, their egos get in the way. They just won't keep it real, like when they learn something from people because they feel like it's taken away from them. No, telling somebody you learned something from them and them seeing that you received that, right? It makes you a better situation.
I appreciate that.
I'm just saying, like, we got to start doing things different. And we got to stop trying to keep it real to those dudes that are real dummies.
But okay, this is the thing, is that much in the same way that when you look at the YSL situation and all of the murders that allegedly took place by YSL members that in some way benefited Young Thug and his position within the streets or the industry or whatever, Lil Durk, if he had been fully communicating with these guys and telling them, hey, this is how you're going to get the car that you're going to go do this in, this is how we're going to keep it separate from OTF or whatever, it doesn't seem like there's necessarily that much specific instruction going on, you know? Like, it's kind of like understood by a lot of these dudes. Maybe they're having conversations with dudes who are lower in the totem pole, but I highly doubt that Durk is getting on the phone and saying, listen, you go kill this fool, you're getting a record deal. It's probably a lot of stuff where there's, you know, little comments made here and there. Maybe there's somebody who's lower on the totem pole who's telling them to do it or whatever, but it's not so well organized that people are breaking it down in such explicit detail. And so as a result, you have guys who have like relatively limited life experience. Maybe they have the life experience of going and shooting somebody in the head on the streets. They haven't had to consider, like, how am I going to get a car when I'm out in Southern California, when I'm going to go kill somebody? Not to mention, Lil Pab got killed at like the most public gas station in Hollywood that you could possibly pick.
Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And the closer you get to that Beverly Center, I don't know if you recall,
what's his name?
Rest in peace.
Dollar.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Dollar. Shout out, to my homies over there in Mansfield. But Dollar murderer was killed in a valet and at the Beverly Center, right? His killer made it all the way to LAX to his terminal, to his gate, and they tapped him on the shoulder. They literally, between the cameras on top of the lights and the ATM cameras, tracked the car block by block, turn by turn, all the way to LAX, where they can actually walk up on him and say, let's go.
But they did it like instantly?
Instantly.
Well, I would think that would be the kind of
He
thing
didn't even make it on the plane.
Weeks, yeah.
No, but when I'm saying you're in Beverly Hills, right? They're not playing that, right?
Yeah.
That you don't. It's just certain things. Even if you get away from the scene, the getaway and all the cameras and all the everything, and on top of that, we have a satellite that if it's that serious, they can access that satellite that will come down in real time, rewind, and watch everything that happens, right? So, and you're totally right. I don't think little Durk orchestrated that. But we have to be careful when we let our homeboys into our organization who still has that old way of thinking, because regardless of the fact, the vehicles that were used was OTF, the flights was OTF, and now they're saying this was a hit for revenge for King Von.
Right.
So you got motive because of that.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's enough to drag him, get him in there, and if any of these dudes start to cooperate, even with the truth or a lie, it's bad. So everything the young man has worked for, and I watched Lil Durk rise and fall. I remember years ago after his fall, his rise, the first one, running him into the strip club in Queens.
People forget that before King Von, it was kind of a lull in his career.
Yeah, I remember him by himself. I guess he had moved to New York. He said, Wack, I'm trying to reinvent myself. And boy, I seen he was by himself, moving around. And I said, damn, Durk had a buzz, but I'm watching him. And then maybe about a year or two after that, he was back. He came back, right? And now he's where he at. I see he's giving his faith and life to Islam.
And that's the crazy shit about this, is that this is coming like a week after we started having conversations about, how much growth Durk is showing, because he's got the picture of all the dead Chicago legends, and a bunch of them are people that him and his people beefed with, etc. And everybody was complimenting him on that growth and everything. And even, I think it was yesterday, I said, why does Mama Duck's lawsuit name Lil Durk in terms of like profiting off of Duck's death? Because from my perspective, the only thing Durk ever really did in terms of Duck's death was he put his name in some lyrics. That's it. That's regular shit. Every rapper does that. That's not really like an example of him benefiting from it on some extreme scale or anything like that. And now we're faced with this situation that makes it seem like, a lot of people did say when they saw him do that at the concert, they said, this isn't going to stop the Rico, or this is a man who's scared of the Rico. And then this shit happens a few days later. It's fucking crazy.
It's crazy. And then you have Bricc. Bricc got to stop doing these bricks, bro. And you know what? I think I've been watching Bricc. Because Luce Cannon been taking all the little things he does and eating him up, trolling him with it. I think Bricc thinks things, and the things he's thinking, instead of processing, that's something for me to store away for other conversations, maybe privately. He just says it, and not realizing what he's saying could kind of turn into something. Because if I'm not mistaken, he kind of made a comment like, I guess they can't say OTF didn't slide.
Yeah, we can actually play that audio right here.
Oh yeah, slide for Von, right? Yeah. They say you can't say that no more.
Why? Oh yeah, cause of no. Like
You can't say that no more.
oh, cause of FVG Cash. Oh,
Nah, cause Lil Pop.
See,
oh, what's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more. That's the new term on it. Like, no more slide for mine.
Because of Lil Pop. Now,
See?
after that incident, though,
Oh, yeah.
slap for
Nobody.
Yeah.
They say you can't say that no more.
Now, if Bricc Baby was just a
there's no
random,
getting out of that.
listen, if he's just a random person, it's whatever. But he's somebody who's got photos with Durk. He's been pictured with all the OTF guys and stuff. It seems like kind of that was before he even worked for No Jumper. That actually was the interview that made me like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with you.
See, now him saying that, and he from the streets, and if he's tied anyway to OTF, it's like you know something, and you saying, well, they can't say this, Slava. You are saying that these group of people committed this act. So here he is, I don't know, a year, 2 years later, however long it's been, right? Boom! OTF is hit with an indictment. Right? Loose Cannon's been exposing the shit. Bricc got an open case. And everybody's watching, Bricc, where your court dates. Bricc gotta stop, and me personally, I don't think he should have said that, but I don't think he realized what he was saying. He knew what he was saying, but he didn't realize that, yo, this could potentially lead to something. Bricc is from the streets. I don't know if he be high, bro, be high, would it be? But like, hearing that and then seeing what we're seeing and knowing it was an ongoing investigation, when you start seeing CIs and this and this and this and that, people's minds start wondering, even if any of them people were in contact. I don't know how close he was to him. It's just bad. He got to slow down on that.
Okay. You know that narrative about why Pab got killed? From my
marijuana thing.
Yes. Some sort of drug deal gone bad. Somebody ran off with some money, whatever. To the best of my knowledge, Quando also believed that was what happened in that situation.
Well, Quando kept it gangster. Because Quando, if I can remember, said somebody reached in over him and directly hit him, eliminating the possibility of anybody else.
Right.
But now when the footage is coming out, they never made it to the SUV. They sparking from the alley.
Right.
So the shots came from the alley. Nobody.
No, but didn't they run right up to him? They didn't do it from like a distance,
the
right?
The pictures that Remo put up.
Oh, shit.
Remo got him up. They sparking from the alley. They masked up. They shiested up. Sparking from the alley. Which is probably about 20, 30 feet from the vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So I think Quando was like keeping it real. You know, shortly after that, he started to change his life. He dropped his, he turned in his flag.
Now. Yeah, everybody on both sides is Muslim now.
You know, I don't fault nobody for, shout out to Brother Gregory X and Tony Muhammad. I don't fault nobody for changing their life to Islam. But, some people do it for the right reasons. Some people do it for the camouflage. Hopefully, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, the righteous catches up with you. But, and it's not going to stop because now it's going to roll downhill. And we still got this other situation over here open and we don't know where it's going to go with this Young Dolph thing and Big Juke this, and he's part of this company. All these things are just being torn and ripped apart to where I think all the doors are going to shut to this independent lane that we was doing coming out of these urban communities, and it's going to go back to the basics.
A lot of this drill shit might seem like an ancient history at some point because keep in mind, we got somebody like EBK J-Bo 7 hours north going crazy. There's been gang indictments on like every gang in Stockton. So this dude Bands, who's like a Mexican Crip that I interviewed who beefs with EBK J-Bo, he got locked up. All these fools are getting locked up there, which is really making it look like, oh, all these different cities are getting super fucking serious about getting rid of this problem. And it kind of reminds me of how shit is with the mafia, where the mafia damn near don't even exist in the same way that it does. And when you talk to mafia dudes, it's obvious that like, yes, there's criminal activity being executed by fucking old ass Italian dudes, but it's not really like the way that it used to be. I feel like we fast forward the clock 5 years, we might have a similar feeling about like black street gang that also happen to be making music, that they might just get so much more organized at taking that shit down that it might just be like a thing of the past.
I'm crossing over.
Yeah.
I got a urban artist.
Okay.
Named Black Montana.
Okay.
Okay,
I got one called Red Montana.
No, we got country. Urban.
Get yourself a Shabuzi.
From Birmingham. Check him out.
It's right, cause I keep that blue cheese and a lot of trap money.
Hold on, listen.
He's no Shabuzi, but he sounds all right.
Listen, Black Montana, I got a whole album done. From Birmingham, Alabama. I'm finna cross the street. Hey, listen, everybody, Beyonce, everybody's crossing over here to the country. Right? So, I'm gonna cross the street a little bit and see what I could do over there with a little cleaner. And, we could throw on some cowboy hats. You see me in R&B, we're already getting into the spirit of it.
We got to figure out the country dudes who are killing each other and sign them.
No, we don't want them.
Oh,
No. I don't want nobody killing nobody, bro. This is over with.
I draw your attention to the screen here. This is a conversation that I had with Mama Duck earlier. She sent me a link to the report about 5 people being charged. And, she's really taking like anybody on the op side getting in trouble. She's out there waving the flag like, yes, get him, King. Yes, girls. And so she says to me, now take that peg out yo ass and put it in your mouth, bitch. Checkmate. Now stay in your lane and tell Bricc baby I said thank him for the boss top he pulled.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I respond, you let Bricc give you top? She said,
Get troll.
She said, nah, you suck his dick and I don't secondhand dick suck. So, okay, you want to know what she means when she says, for the boss top he pulled? There's an infamous clip from a vlog that was filmed at O Block a couple months after FBG Duck was killed, in which O Block legend Boss Top is basically talking about life in O Block, and there's a bunch of cars in the background that were later linked to the FBG Duck killing. Everybody's kind of in this joyous mood. I don't know how long after Duck got killed this was actually filmed, but it was later edited to take a lot of this footage out of the video, but a lot of people have pointed toward.
Drop a comment down below. Let me know what y'all think about the content. Appreciate the support. Everybody tuning into the channel. Shout out to Wack 100 and Adam 22. Always coming through with the content, man. You already know. Please like the video, share the video, and tell a friend and tell a friend. We got content. And we're gonna run it up every day. You can bet that. You feel me? And to those out there gritting, grinding, remember, if you believe it, you'll achieve it. But until next time, it's your boy Ray Given. I'm gone. God bless. Peace.